One stock which is definitely pulling the street down, or at least its sector down, is KPIT. KPIT has been in focus because of a brokerage report actually, which quotes the company's mid-quarter report in that sense, and their sense of what's happening. They're saying they're seeing sluggish demand environment, delays in finalizing deals, which is why you're seeing that 6% knock on KPIT today, although very close to the day's lows. Should investors really be worried? What's the bear case, of course, and what's the bull case for KPIT? Jasmeet joining in for more. Yes, Jasmeet.
While the stock is down 6% today, and let's do an analysis and understand what's the bull and what's the bear. First we have is the company had a strong order pipeline back in FY25 with $925 million of deal, while the latest deal includes the Mercedes deal, which was signed in the month of December. Then the bear case is the deal pickup is slower. That's what management is expecting in the latest breakdown of the quarter. The next case we have is major revenue contribution is seen from the Europe. While the Europe looks better, it contributes most of the revenue, that's almost 48%, but US and Asia remain sluggish. There's weak demand and weak turnaround for the revenue, where US contributes roughly 22% of the revenue. The next we have is management sees some new project trucking and slow projects are ramping up, but on the other hand, the new projects are part cannibalizing the revenue. What this means is, if there is a new additional source of revenue management creating for themselves and the clients are focusing on that source compared to the last one as they have limited budget. The next bull which we have is the acquisition of the latest entity, Caresoft, will add approximately 4% of the upcoming revenue, which has not yet been added in the Q1, but as per Q2 management sees this will add the 4%, while the bear case for this is the management has guided a negative add-on to the other income given the Forex charges. The management roughly deals about 96 to 97% of its revenue in foreign currencies. That's why they see a Forex charge given the geopolitical tension.
Right. Thank you so much, Jasmeet, for the same. So it's an interesting stock to watch out for, because in the last couple of days, we were talking about KPIT as being one of the key beneficiaries, along with the Ask Automotive that we spoke about in terms of two-wheelers anti-brake system, which they're thinking of implementing from Jan 2026. But the outlook that the company has given seems to be slightly grim, and that's the reason why you're seeing that kind of pressure. In fact, we also spoke to Warren Harris, MD and CEO at Tata Technologies, and this has been an exclusive interaction that the management had with NDTV Profit, where he's actually echoing KPIT Tech's mid-quarter update. Let's quickly listen to that as well.
No two companies are alike, but one of your peer sets in their mid-quarter update overnight has mentioned a few things about how deal ramp-ups are not happening in the same pace as they would have anticipated. I would reckon that deal closures or the conversations around deals as well might be slow. Now, I'm not saying that you would suffer or you would go through the same thing, but I'm trying to understand that are you facing for the near term those issues as well, that ramp-ups are not happening at the pace that you may have anticipated at the start of the calendar?
Yeah, I would echo the commentary that's come from one of our competitors. Somewhat counterintuitively, we expected a significant amount of deal signings this quarter because the delays in decision making last year, in part because of the election cycle in the US. And the tapering of EV incentives in Europe. I think many of our customers were delaying decisions because of that, and there was a pent-up demand to invest in new product, and we were planning very much to intersect with that.